Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 15. We like to present AL-MASYAQQAH TAJLIB AL-TAISIR or Hardship Budget the Facility. Our group member consists have four, which is Wan Aizat bin Muhammad Azmi, Muhammad Amir bin Muhammad Razali, Arif Hakimi Audadi bin Muhammad Saleh, Muhammad Faizuddin bin Noor Adha. So I would like to start presentation with introduction. What is Qawaid Fiqh? Qawaid Fiqh is a compound word formed from two words, which is word Qawaid and Fiqh, which is the both word their own meaning, which is the meaning for Qawaid is the plural word for Qaedah, which means general principle, while Fiqh means Islamic law. So in other words, Qawaid Fiqh means as the principle of fiqh, which is principle that can be applied in different field of fiqh that come under the common ruling. There, in Qawaid Fiqh, they have four main sources, which is Al-Quran, Sunnah, Ijma' and Qiyas. And many maxims has been issued and done, but for that we would like to focus on five method Qawaid or Kubra, such as method are determined by intention, innama a'mal bin niyah, hardship budget facility, masyaqqah tajlibu al-taisir, certainty is not dispelled by doubt, al-yakin la yuzalu bi al-shak, injury must be removed, al-daru yuzal, and custom is authoritative, al-ada muhakkamah. So our group choose Al-MASYAQQAH Tajlib Al-Taisir legal magazine, which means hardship budget facility to present. I would like to pass to the next presenter to present the definition of Masyaqqah Tajlib Al-Taisir.
Okay, the topic that we choose is Al-MASYAQQAH Tajlib Al-TAISIR. Okay, I will explain about the definition. Okay, the definition is Masyaqqah is a term that describes anything exhausting in terms of language. And why, according to the language, Masyaqqah is used expressly to refer something that is generally capable of being done, but which has gone beyond the limit of habits in the certain circumstances, making it impossible for the one who is mukallaf to accomplish it in the first place. Al-Masyaqqah, according to English, is al-ta'ab, which is fatigue, hardship, difficult, and difficulty. As found in Quran, Al verse 7, it means that and to carry your loads and to a land you not have reached except with difficulty to yourself. Indeed, your Lord is kindful and merciful. The original basis of the Al-MASYAQQAH Tajlib Al-Taisir technique is based on the statement that is backed up by the word of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, which translates by a decree over which is for you, and He does not desire us to face affection. They state in the Quran, Al-Kafir. And then, okay, for the evidence, in Al-Quran, first is Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 185. Our intents to provide is for you does not intends to create hardship for you. Second is in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 286, say that Allah does not burden a person except according to his ability. He gets reward from what he did, and he gets punishment for what he did. And then third is Surah Al-Ma'idah, verse 3. But whoever is compelled because of hunger, not because he wants to see, then indeed God is more forgiving, most merciful. And the last one is Surah Al-Ma'idah, verse 6. Allah does not want to make things difficult for you, but He wants to perform you perfect His favor for you, so you might be grateful. Okay, then more hadith. Okay, first, The implication of hadith is in facts and simple. It's the rule that God's put down to the people of the Prophet Muhammad was seen as simple and not complex by those who live under it. God has elevated all things that stress people to that they do not cause to for Ummah to accomplish anything beyond than what he is capable of doing. And then for a condition, the Musafir is the first of seven variables that provides elevations and it is the most important. People who are unaware are granted permission to pray according to their ability. Muslims must adhere to al-Masyaqqah Tajlib in all of their action.
So now I will continue to the application of Al-Masyaqqah Tajlib Al-TAISIR in business. So issues here is in economic activities, sometimes there are difficulties that are often faced by the parties who transact, such as difficulty to meet and transact face-to-face. For the solution, in this case, many fixed scholars argue that to eliminate these difficulties, so the parties are allowed to use telecommunication media such as phone, SMS, or internet. So the condition for meeting and transacting face-to-face implied in the hadith is fulfilled. For the next application of Al-Masyaqqah Taglib Al-Taisir, we have from the finance area. Within this magazine, we can focus on the issue where the person is allowed to deal with conventional ban for Muslim minorities living in non-Muslim country or not. In this case, they are allowed to use conventional banking temporarily during the urgent need where no Islamic financial facilities are available for products such as residential financing. This is because Muslim find it difficult to find the bank Islam that offer the Islamic product in the country.
Okay, for the third application of Al-Masyaqqah Tajlib Al-Taisir is Fiqh Al-Ibadah. Okay, for the issue is how to perform ibadah during pandemic COVID-19, which means to perform in mosque in Jemaah in the mosque. Okay, then for okay, as we know, is right now in pandemic COVID-19 is very dangerous to us. Okay, uh, so for the purpose referring here in to the knowledge, perception and attitude of society has about uh, the meaning and its significance. Usul Fiqh al-Masyaqqah al-Tajlib al-Taisir is one of the methods that can be used by Sharia to set law in time of emergency or post circumstance. In accordance with the fatwa, persons who are already effects with the COVID-19 must keep social distance from other in other to avoid spread the disease to them. The same fatwa mandates that those who have been exposed uh, pray Zohor on Friday instead of the early times, sunnah worship such as congregating 5 times praying Tarawih and completing individual is likewise been for those who have previously announced in their intention to do. So for the conclusion in Big Al-Ibadah, we can should say that we can perform uh, ibadah in Moscow, but we have keep their social distance with each other. Okay.
For the issue and application related to Al-MASYAQQAH TAJLIB Al-TAISIR and its branches, first we tell about the measure of the Rubin al-Mazura. This measure can define the prohibited thing are allowed to be carried out or under the strict circumstances, provided there are no other alternative for such situation. Issue related on this legal medicine can be for the issue the nurse or doctor looking for the patient aura in the performance treatment. As a Muslim, are obligated to cover their aura in front to non-mahram and cannot look and meet people in different gender. Okay, how about the issue on the nurse looking for the patient genital during treatment? Okay, in this context, the original law is subject to current condition. When there is the need of the emergency, then the original law will be lifted according to this measure. Among the main emergency is preserve life as outlined to the principle Makasih Syariah. This can conclude is we can allow to see the patient genital with the performing treatment while in the emergency or to save the patient life for the reason required. Next, we have the Amazar Izar Dakot Jasa. This measure means the when the emergency has to be followed a person if doing good this which the original law prescribed under the normal circumstance will make difficult a burden for them to implement it. Therefore, given delays and facilities upon them if the emergency still exists. This means that something will start which will become the wise. A related issue we can see is the issue woman who have a had affair after the gift their husband will go out to work. As you know, the woman who has husband dies is obligated to either for 4 months to 10 days. For the solution related to this amazing, Islam has allowed women who are instead they either to work if they give the emergency if they not work to earn the income. This is written from the hadith related from the Jabir radiallahu anhu. The auntie was divorced and she want to pay the debts, but the man forbade her to come out. Then he went to see the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then he said, yes, go out and pay the tamarind fruit, or you will give up and all do good. From the hadith Muslim.
I would like to continue the presentation about the mazim, which is majazli would batal bil zawali. Should something become legal by a valid excuse, it become illegal when the excuse ends. The definition for this mazim is something prohibited thing become unprohibited in a certain time because of some valid reason. But when the reason is not valid anymore, the prohibited thing become to normal, which is the prohibited thing cannot be used anymore. For example, when a mukallaf face hardship in performing that what has been obligated to him, such as perform a prayer, which is need to take wudu. But the situation is when the mukallaf doesn't find water sources or the mukallaf physical condition that restrict him from using water, for it will delay his recovery. Because of that reason, the mukallaf need to perform tayammum instead of wudu because that is one of the valid reason the slide is stated. Next is al-darurah tuqaddar bi qadariha. Necessity has limit that should not be exceeded. The definition for this magazine is when darurah or necessity restricted by cease should not be exploiting rukhsah. The example for this magazine is inserting implant made from swine protein into the person's eye for the treatment glaucoma. Glaucoma is a type of disease that a result of increased pressure in a person's eye which affect vision and ultimately lead to loss of vision. There are numerous types and brand of implant used for treatment, and each is used according to the suitability and advantage of each depending on the patient condition. Among the implant used is Zen gel implant which contain swine gelatin As we know, swine gelatin is a protein obtained by the bodily skin, tendon, ligament, or bone with the water. It is usually obtained from the cow or pigs. As a Muslim, pig is a haram animal for the people. But glaucoma is a dangerous disease, for it may lead to complete vision loss. So, Islam commends its followers to protect and maintain their health and prohibit from damaging their body and other. All of these are placed as one of the main purpose of Sharia ruling, which is if al-naf, which means protection of life and the body. I would like to pass the presentation to the next presenter.
Now I will continue with al-ittiraru la yubtilu haqqa al-ghayr, or necessity does not invalidate the right of other. So definition, namely whether a matter is darurah or hajah, man ought not to seize other right. In addition, it is not permissible to remove detriment by drawing other detriment. So example for issue, when the rental period or breastfeeding of the baby from the milk has expired, while the baby has been able to adapt to its needs. In addition, the baby has not been able to eat or receive other food. For the solution, the mother can be forced to continue breastfeeding. This is to take care of the maslahah of the baby, and the milk should be paid a wage at its fair rate. Next is al-hajah tanzil manzil ad-darurah ammah aw khassah. General or particular need can develop into necessity. The definition is this method means that the rukhsah is not only limited to darurah or need only, but it also available on hajat or requirement. In other words, the curling is permitted on the matter of hajat as it is permissible to emergency. So example of the issues here is a man is required to wear silk clothes because there are skin diseases and others. So for the solution, in a normal condition it is banned, but because of the man has skin diseases, so it is permissible to him to wear silk.
For conclusion, what we get from this assignment is legal measures such as AL-MASYAQQAH TAJLIB al-TAISIR, which the India has the big role in solving the problem faced by human beings in the various issues that arise in the society in any field. We also can understand about the Masyaqqah Tajlib al-TAISIR application that can be applied in all fields, and many problems can be solved through this method. We also can understand the Qawaid Fiqhiyah, which is method of faith, is the method in the Islamic law complied by the ulama to be the basis for the understanding and development Islamic fiqh about the rules of law.